graciously and accommodate whatever needs they have. So this is the yoga swing. I'm going to start from the beginning. They're suspended from the ceiling with daisy chains, and I make the daisy chains as well as the main swing, the leg loops, and the handholds. You'll notice that there's carabiners both holding the swings and the handhold, as well as a separate pair holding the leg loops. So the reason why I made the swings is to give you an experience of moving in multi-dimensional space and feel supported moving through backbends and inversions. So this actually should be easier than doing yoga on the ground, realistically. Most people find it intimidating. A couple clients I talked to that were on their way out were like, oh, I don't feel like I can do something like that. But in all actuality, this should be easier to access a backbend and an inversion and things like that, even lunges, than it would be to do it on the ground. So the swing is here to hold you and support you. So the first thing you want to notice is that it's super duper stretchy, okay? The stretch can sometimes surprise people, so I like to mention it. Just gonna tilt this. Perfect. So we want to put the swing behind our back. Go ahead and sit straight down with the swing. Let me turn around so you can see it. You want the swing to be low to begin, so not up riding underneath your armpits because it'll start to irritate the other arms, but you put the swing nice and low, and then when you sit down, you're going to push your forearms into the swing to create an anchor there. So that hold is going to start to rearrange the posture. You want to sink your hips down, and at the same time lift your chest up. So your sternum is moving in the opposite direction from your pubic bone is down, the other way. Down with the pubic bone, up with the sternum. And these two different directions is going to open up the front of the spine. We're going to walk our feet to the front of the mat. Hopefully I didn't run out of words in the workshop, but we'll see. Okay, so from this position, so if you push your hips towards me, it'll be completely different than if you push your hips down and back behind you. Down and back behind you. Exaggerate a little bit. Okay, walk your feet a little bit wider with the feet. There you go. Cool. Perfect. Now remember, the forearm press is here to help you lift. So why don't we just practice doing that? Keep the hips where they are, but push your forearms in so you feel like you can open up the chest towards the sky, not your hips. Push your hips down the whole time. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail here for us to get used to it. So if you were hanging out at your navel, the bottom tip of your navel is going to keep pulling down, but the top part of the navel is going to pull up. So that from the core, you're going to get this movement in two totally different directions. And it should feel really good once you get it. That's beautiful. Lena, you feel the difference from when we started? Wow. So it takes a little bit of recalibrating, and I use these words like rearranging and recalibrating because we don't sit like this, we don't move like this, and so after a little while, it gets easy. So even here, you could drop a little bit more with your hips. So your hip flexors deepen. So if you really want to, nice, that looks great. If you really want to see if you're cheating, you just pick your feet up. Nice, and then you gently put your feet down, but you leave your hip flexors that deep. Yeah, and so now, what we're able to do, really nice, is traction the spine out of the pelvis and get a lot of space in between the vertebrae, which is incredibly healing for the back. And now you're wondering, what do we do about our arms getting cut off? So stay. Let's just go ahead and press straight back with straight legs. Let's just try it. So we're on a diagonal. Our head is towards the back of the room. And then we open up our arms wide. And when we open up our arms, we let the swing kind of slide down the back a little bit more. And that way, we're freeing up the underarms from having that pressure. Then you inhale your arms back up, and then exhale, come back into the forearm press. So we reinitiate that hold there. So push your forearms in. Yeah. And then when we sit down, we leave our upper body in that arched position, but we drop the hips. Nice. Tuck your pubic bone down and under and back. See if you can get it. So if you let the swing slide up, it's going to start to irritate the underarms, but you just, yeah. So we're starting to isolate the different parts of the body. So these are the two major hubs. These are the two places where people get injury most, right? So neck and shoulders, lower press your legs straight. Go ahead and open up your arms wide and then overhead. Take a breath. And then try chillaxing arms. Chillaxing arms is where you clasp your hands behind your head, let your elbows flare out wide. And we're just going to play with shifting from side to side. So this is traditionally how we get started. This is like our warm-up lap to see if we can get familiar with the swing. It's like any new relationship. We're just building some sort of similarity and trust to what we've learned before. So we take our time. So we're going to sway a little bit from side to side. I call it aerial yoga play because I give you lots of time to just experience and explore in the body. Well, we've got to remember that there are people and there are walls and there are mirrors and there are balls and all these different things in here. So we just want to make sure we have plenty of room to get our swagger on. And we can definitely have our free flow, our freestyle. And then every once in a while, I'll make sure that we're synchronized swimming so that we don't bop each other. But if we have a little bumper correction, it's okay. No big deal. But if we can sync up, great. If not, just have some free flow. Beautiful. Really nice, guys. So that should feel really good. Supported back bend. That's where we're hanging out. That's where we're starting. And then we're going to inhale, open up the arms wide. Exhale, forearm press. Bend the knees, sumo squat. So like sumo squat, the feet are nice and wide. We're dropping the hips. And then we get to just sway up from side to side. We're loosening up the stickiness. So Ben, go ahead and tuck your pubic bone down and under a little bit more. There you go. Try that. Yeah. See if we can get the pelvis to loosen up. Keep the knees pressing wide, but we're going to start to shift the hips from side to side. So we're going to work with like spin and spiral. Really good. Instead of linear movement. So it's not this, right? Where it feels like this is locked, but we're actually rotating. Rotating in the hip joint. Really good. Keep those knees open wide. Push your knees out and then try it. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Really good. Takes a little bit to get it, and then it feels really good. It's like, oh, that's the belly dancer move, right? Very nice. Unsticking the hips. Okay, from here we're going to heel toe the feet together. Let's press the legs straight. Let's try to open up with a twist. So we're going to pull our left knee up towards the sky. Now we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. See if you can flex that foot back so you have a nice strong platform. Now you can keep the foot up. That's really great. So Sammy, we're playing with this a little bit. It's like a reclined twist. Or go ahead and step the foot up as high as you can, close to your hip, and then look over the opposite shoulder. Opposite shoulder, yes. So it's like we're wringing the spine in two different directions. Beautiful, guys. Now the pose is dropping the hips. So the more you sink your hips straight down towards the floor, the deeper the stretch. You'll open up the obliques, the side body. It's really amazing. Go ahead and pull that knee back up into the chest, straighten both legs out in front of you. Let's go ahead and wash it out. You're welcome to adjust the swing, get it a little bit lower. If it ever feels like it's riding up, go ahead and just lean back. Let it come towards the bottom of the ribs. And then inhale, arms back up. Exhale, forearm press. So we get into that habit of using the arms. We can hang them down by our side, but you notice if they're down by the side, this riding up is more likely than if we just use this lock. Okay, let's do the second side. We're going to inhale, pull the right knee up, roll onto the outer edge of that foot. So notice I flex the toes back. Then we can stay in a reclined twist or go ahead and step. If you step, try to create a right angle with the hip and the knee and ankle joint. Look over your right shoulder, drop the hip straight down, ooh la la. It's a big stretch. Beautiful. So Celine, you can walk your foot out a little bit more. There it is. Perfect. Drop straight down. So good to bring out the spine. Awesome. Go ahead and pull that knee back up into the chest. Straighten both legs. One more time. Rinse out the spine. Then clasp your hands behind your head. Chillaxing arms. So chillaxing arms is when we interlace our fingers and support the occipital ridge so that we can open the heart, relax our neck, and then go ahead and find your swagger. I call it weeping willow in this pose because like a weeping willow tree, we're just going to let the upper body start to flap in the wind. Easily start to sway from side to side. So lean back so your heart is pointing towards the sky. So can you look back with your gaze behind you after you check it out up here, and then just let the heart blossom. So push your feet down strongly. That gives you lots of opportunity to sway and play a little bit more to have a strong foundation. Okay. So I'm going to come back, and we're going to do this all together. You guys stay where you are. I'm just going to come the same direction to see if we can whip all the accoutrements. So we're going to try, and this is something that is good. So this is something that I do sometimes. It's called a roundabout, around the world. And we're going to open up our arms again, come to center. Go ahead and use your forearm press. I also like to hold onto my leg loops here. So I just kind of put them on my forearms and then push down. It doesn't matter, but they'll pop if you don't. So we're going to try swing from side to side. We're going to look forward more than we are back. Okay? You can hold on to the swing too if you feel a little bit more comfortable. Just see if you can open up your semicircles and see if we can sync up. So we're going to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left, to the right. And we're going to get so big that we're going to allow ourselves to roll all the way around. So just try it. It's really fun. It helps if we sync up. Otherwise, we might have some bumper car action. But if you really get into it, you can do like a full roundabout. And it's really fun. Okay? And then when you had a lot of goodness from that one, feel all played out, come back. We're going to hang out here. So we're back in our chillaxing arm supported back bend. We're going to open up our arms wide. We're going to bend the knees. And then we're going to sway forward into angel wings. So it's like peppermint patty. We're going to press our hips towards the earth. And then we're going to exhale, bend our knees. Inhale, swing the arms up and back into a supported back bend. Really good. And then inhale, open the arms again. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, press forward, angel wings. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back. Thanks, one more time. Whee! Whee! Nice. One more time. You guys look so beautiful. Little swimming fishes, come on forward. And this time, after we come forward, you're just going to go ahead and step your feet wide. And then bend the elbows and slide in. Okay? So I'm going to go and face you guys again, but that was great. So as wide as your mat and in the center of the mat. Okay? So we always use the round circular mats as a visual for keeping the alignment, but also how to open and spin and get acquainted with angular momentum. So I want you to trace the shape of the mat with your gaze. We're going to just spin from side to side. Nice strong elbow look, elbow hook. And just see if you can get a nice stretch to the legs by pressing out through the heels into the outer part of the foot. So pushing your shins away from one another. Spreading the sit bones, hips directly over the ankles. It's a wide straddle forward fold, so hips directly over the ankles. And then we're just swinging from side to side. So we're not doing the peppermint patty again, which is this get the sensation. Let's all try it. Press your hips forward a lot. Hook the elbows. Really hard, right? All right. Let's go ahead and press back so you can see your hips are going to go straight down over the ankle joint. And we're going to keep that alignment. Okay. Let's go ahead and release left hand down. So with our left hand down, we can look up over our right shoulder. At the same time, pull down strongly. So when we pull, we're really stretching and wringing out the spine, and we're really creating a nice long axis from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So no collapse anywhere. Beautiful. Exhale, go ahead and look back down towards your hand. Just sway it out from side to side a minute. Relax into it. And then find center. Inhale, go ahead and pull strongly with the right arm down. Bring out the spine, squeeze, and then exhale, look down again. I just like to straighten the top arm. With the arm straight, I can lift my chest and twist, put an X in the swing, and then get both hands in there. So you straighten the arm, So come back, yeah, straighten the arms so it slides into your hand. Yeah, and then go ahead and X, twist, thread. There you go. It's like a little gift. And then once you get here, if your shoulders feel good, go ahead and drop the chest. If for any reason that is uncomfortable, you can bend the elbows and get a little bit less of a shoulder stretch, but you really feel, yeah, good. Keep the knees bent if you need, but you'll really feel the tailbone moving away from the crown of the head here. And then a nice open chest through the center. Head is in line with the body, so lift your head. There you go. Perfect. Right? If we drop our head, then we have this 8-pound weight at the end of our spine, and then that can really strain the lower back. But if we keep our head in line with our body, it's our heart that drops down, and we again open up the thoracics. Really good. We're going to inhale and press, press, press. Come on up. Nice big breath. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. The more controlled you go, the more you start to strengthen the underbelly of the arm. Let that feel good. Be relaxed and restorative if you want, or be more dynamic and build some strength. Inhale, press, press, press. Press the hands down to come up. Exhale, go ahead and lower. Just hang out at the bottom and pause. See how slow you can go. It's a game we'll play. And then the last time we inhale, press, and come all the way to stand. This is how we switch sides. We take the left arm out. We reach it towards the sky and then bend the elbow and hook over top. And then we release down. So that's our transition. Really nice, guys. Okay, second side. Inhale, go ahead and lengthen. Exhale, pull the left hand down towards the earth. Bring out the spine. Look up towards the sky. Beautiful, guys. Exhale, look down towards your right hand and relax. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Pulling down strongly. And then go ahead and relax. Down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale, relax again. So we can do that a bunch of different times, and it just depends on how deep we want to go with the spine. Let's go ahead and just straighten the top arm. Inhale and grab onto the swing. And then when we exhale, we're just going to bring it overhead and lift up. Hold on with both hands. Bend the elbows a lot here. So if you bend the elbows, you get a nice tricep stretch. And we're going to do some tricep curls. And I'm a wiggler, so I naturally just come into a nice rhythm wave with the body. So you can try that. As long as you're doing micro movements and it doesn't feel too much. Sometimes this can feel a little much on the shoulders. As long as the shoulders feel good, explore in the space a little bit. So I'm going to have maximum fun and get a lot of play, and as well as we'll just get our accidental workout and get nice and strong. Beautiful, guys. Okay, we're going to inhale, go ahead and straighten the arms, come all the way up to stand, and then exhale, go ahead and bend the elbows and drop back in. We'll do that a couple times. So pause at the bottom of the heart, kiss the ground, and then inhale, straighten the arms, come to stand. Exhale. And lower. This time, inhale, we come to stand, and we're going to stay there. Really good. Okay, we're going to heel toe the feet together. Jump, float, fly. Come to center. How's that feeling? You guys okay so far? Doing good?
So glad we're doing this.
Yes.
I know. My buddy used to do this stuff.
Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are crazy. I know. We're preparing for the crazy shit. That's officially what's happening. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the swing and we're going to stretch it all the way down so we straighten the arms. And with the arms straight, the swing will fall perfectly into position. If the swing's a little too high, this isn't harder. So if you want it easier, you can always bring the swing down. Okay, so we're going to bend at the hip flexors and come into a forward fold. So make sure the feet stay towards the center of the mat. So just imagine there being a plus sign in your circle and then stay right in the middle of the plus sign. Go ahead and grab your elbows. We're going to pour our weight forward. We're on the balls of the feet. And we're just going to rock it out. We're going to rock from side to side. Okay? Yes. Really good, guys. So I'm going to turn around and go in the same direction as y'all. And if you have any trouble seeing me, you're going to just use Ben back there as the visual. So hopefully Ben will do what we're doing. Fingers crossed, it'll all go well. So from here, this is our forward fold. We're just gonna reach back and grab for our ankles. So release your arms, go ahead and grab for your ankles, pull your chest towards your knees and get a nice big stretch. So you're leaning forward. So lean your body weight all the way forward so your head comes towards the floor. So lift your heels. Lift your heels and lean forward. Good. So we're learning how to bend the hip flexors instead of bending from the waist. Most people bend from the waist, and that causes all kinds of lumbar problems as time goes on. So this is retraining the posture. Really good, guys. Okay, good. Okay, from here, go ahead and release your ankles. Let's go ahead and walk our hands to the front of the mat. Walk your feet to the back of the mat. And then just let yourself float. Bend your elbows, come on down onto your forearms. So once your forearms touch down, your feet can be about a foot off the ground. Really good, guys. So hands at the front of the mat, forearms pressing down, feet floating. Okay, can you ground your elbows? Bring your elbows down. Great. Okay, sway from side to side. This is called swagger. Whenever we get a little sway in the swing, call it swag. All right. And just have some fun with it. Now you might feel that intensity that was at the underarms. You're going to feel it at the hip flexors now. So those two major hubs are getting a big squeeze. It's like a free rocking session. So note it might be uncomfortable, but it does get easier with time. Just see if you can soften through the hips. Is there any way you can soften? Is there any space to really let things start to lengthen and expand? Really nice, guys. Okay, come to center. After we float, we're going to inhale and pull ourselves forward onto our hands, straighten the arms. When you straighten your arms, you should find your feet on the ground. So now we're in a down dog. So in our down dog, we're going to go ahead and press our chest towards our knees, lengthen through the arms. We're going to inhale, arch and open. Go ahead and lift the left leg up, cat's meow, the left leg stretch. Exhale, go ahead and pull the knee in towards the nose, squeeze. Inhale, lift and stretch and open. That left leg is reaching up towards the sky. Your gaze is towards the sky, stretching the belly. And when you exhale, you're rounding in and you're looking towards your navel. So it's like a cat-cow and a down dog got together. Cat's meow. We're lifting the leg and out of the leg. Exhale, one more squeeze. Beautiful, inhale, stretch. So next time that you come up, what we're going to do is try to find the outside of the swing. So we're going to kick it. So you bend your knee a lot, you kick the swing, and then you hook the foot. So just try it. Do a little karate kick. Get your foot up there. It actually helps to do it in a quick motion than it is to try to, yes. And now once we get the hook with our foot, we pull our foot down towards our bum. Okay? So pull your foot down more. There you go. So we're in a one-legged down dog. We're going to stay grounded through the right foot as much as possible. Keep that foot down. And then press your chest towards the right knee. So you'll feel a big stretch through the back body. Ooh la la, ça sonne. Is that intense? Nice. So the more you press back, the deeper the stretch. So you get to kind of decide how deep you want to go today. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to pull forward. Let's go ahead and straighten that left leg towards the sky. We're going to feel like we're doing the impossible, which is hop it. Keep your foot hooked. Keep your foot back up there. There you go. Hook it, straighten it, it'll slide up. And then see if you can jump your right foot to the center of the mat. Right? So all of a sudden we're in standing splits. Isn't that amazing? Straighten that left leg as much as you can. Why don't you play and try to balance here? So bend your elbows. See that your weight can drape down towards the earth and gravity will have its way with you. Yep, walk your foot a little bit more forward, lady. Walk your foot towards the front of the mat a little bit more. Yeah, so you have some space. Walk it forward. One more. Yeah, thank you. There you go.
No,
there you go.
Perfect.
All right. Now clasp your hands behind your back and try to balance if you can. Nice. Really good job. Really nice. Okay, hands back down. You did great. Place them on the ground. Start to bend that left knee. Slide your right foot back. One-legged down dog. And then release the foot. Wag your tail. Happy dog. Wag it out from side. Let your dog have a lot of play. Maybe do some loopy-loops, some figure eights, whatever feels good. Really nice job, guys. Okay, we're going to go ahead and find center. From our down dog, we inhale, lift the right leg up. Go ahead and pull your chest forward, open up for our cat's meow. Long lines of energy. Exhale, round in, squeeze, knee to nose. Inhale, lift, arch, open, stretch the belly. Exhale, round in, squeeze. Activate the core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Really nice, guys. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. This time you're going to bend your knee and you're going to kick. So see if you can kick the outside of the swing. And then if you get enough then you can actually hook your toes. See if you can do it outside in. There you go. Very good, guys. Now pull the foot down towards the bum. Not up, but down towards the bum. And then press back. So straight arms, press your chest back towards your left standing leg. And you'll get a big stretch. So your foot can come in a little bit more leaning. Walk your left foot forward. Forward is towards your face. There you go. Perfect. Ground the heel down. It's not going to touch, but you're energetically pulling down. And then before we try to do standing splits, we get openness through the back body. Right? If this is hard, then straightening the leg gets really hard. So get the openness first. Really nice. You got it. Keep that left foot grounded. We're going to jump it to the middle of the mat. So bring the left foot forward. Then try and straighten the right leg. See if that's easier to come in like that. Right leg straightens as much as possible. And then go ahead and let your head droop down. You can walk your foot forward a little bit more. Leaning. Walk your foot forward. Yeah, towards your face. There you go. Thank you, honey. A little bit more. There you go. Yeah. Just because your swing's low, that's perfect. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Beautiful. Now let's try and balance. Oh, you guys are all there. You don't need me. Okay, Ben's teaching. Go ahead. From now on. Beautiful. Get a big stretch through the shoulders wherever you are. Play with it for another breath. That looks beautiful. Nice job, everybody. You guys are all pros now. All right, release the grip. Go ahead and have your hands find the ground. Bend that top leg. The right knee comes down. Walk it back into a down dog. Bending. Both legs are straight towards the floor. Happy dog. Sway it out. Just take a moment to wag your tail. Roll around. Create some loopy loops. Now you'll notice you're getting a very deep, intense massage if you sway a lot. So only sway a little bit if your hips have had it. So be gentle with them as well. They will open in time. It'll feel good. Okay. So we're going to float now again into a plank pose. So we're going to inhale, pull our chest over our fingertips. So we can come up onto our, I like to create little suction cups with my hands. That helps me lift my chest. My feet are not higher than my hips, so down with the feet. Lift the chest instead of lifting the feet. So if you lower the feet, it's easier to lift the chest. If you bring the feet up, the chest comes down. So if you come up onto your fingertips, it helps lift. Okay, from here, we're just going to rock forward and back. Just pull yourself forward and back. Sync up with your neighbors, so we don't play bumper cars. I'm sure everybody has some room right now. So Selena, the person in the back has to sync up with the person in the front, right? The person in the front's like, I don't know. Okay, let's try the knee to the elbow. So we're going to inhale. Going to pull left knee to left elbow, exhale back. Inhale, right knee, right elbow, exhale back. Just go ahead and pulse in the space if you can. What happened?
My hips.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Selena's down. All right. So just do that a few times, and then if you feel like being very playful and samey, try both knees to both elbows and pop up into a crow pose, Bakasana. And if that goes well, fantastic. If not, just try one at a time. Okay? So keep the arms straight if you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wind up bending both knees, hook the feet on the outside of the swing, and we're going to come into upside down dog. So we're going to turn our dog upside down. Most important thing here is to pull your feet close down towards your bum, knees bent a lot. If the feet float up towards the sky, you're going to lose your anchor. So this is really important. Heavy knees. And And then go ahead and press your chest towards the earth. Oh yeah. So we turn our frown and our dog upside down. Should feel really good. So inverted back bend. Amazing. Okay, straight arms the whole time. We're going to inhale, pull ourselves forward, look up and open the belly. I call this up dog. And then press back, upside down dog. Straight arms the whole time if you can. Inhale, pull forward for up dog, arch. Exhale, go ahead and press your chest back and down towards the earth for upside down dog. Straight arms if you can. Beautiful. Last time, we pull ourselves forward for up dog, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and do some push-ups. So if our hands are at the front of the mat, we can go ahead and bend the elbows and do some chaturangas. And they're kind of easy. If you're into the easy breezy, stay here. If you want to get all kinds of fancy, walk your hands towards the center of the mat, and then try some push-ups. And they're much harder. So we either do the chaturangas or handstand push-ups, whatever you're feeling like today. But honor whatever your body is. Make it as fun as possible. The strength and balance will come. Nice. Don't do a face plant or whatever. Okay, good job, guys. Everybody walk your hands to the front of the mat again. One more little, yeah, great job. And then hands shoulder distance. Figure out where your shoulders are. Keep your feet hooked. This is really important. Feet hooked, we're going to tuck. So you're going to tuck and bring your hips over your shoulders like we're doing a handstand. Straight arms. And then go ahead and expand upside down dog. Let's do that a couple times. So this is how we practice coming into handstands without falling over a ton of times. Inhale, straight arms. Pull your chest over your fingertips. Hook your feet. Exhale, tuck. So do a little sit-up. Yeah, tuck. Get your hips over your head. Nice. Beautiful, guys. Very good. Okay, now we're going to relax. Bend your elbows. Land your forearms. So your forearms are right in alignment with the shoulders. So pull your elbows in a little bit. Thank you. Clasp your hands together. Create a little tripod, and then all of a sudden, a bala, we're in a headstand. Is that a nice transition to headstand? So easy. So easy. All right. So you can keep your feet hooked here. If anybody wants to relax their legs, they're going to bend their knees more down into their chest. Release your feet, and then squeeze your knees together. So you're not holding on with your feet anymore. You're just letting your knees be heavy towards the earth. Yeah, there you go. And the more you pull your knees down, the more it takes weight off the top of the head. So find the sweet spot where you can still connect. If you push the crown of the head into the ground, it activates the pineal gland. But we're pulling the shoulders up towards the sky, so there's space there, and pushing the forearms down. Yes, there you go. Good adjustments, everybody. And now just hang out and breathe. We're going to see if we can have 5 nice, deep, cleansing breaths here. Well, that's really nice, Sam. Good transitions. With the legs, your eagle wings with the legs. All right, so feel free to just drop. You let yourself feel the support of the swing and the benefit of the headstand without straining or stressing the neck and shoulders. Really nice. Couple more deep breaths. So before we do anything else, I just want you to straighten your legs out and down towards the floor. Okay? You'll feel the weight come up off your head even more, and as your toes reach for the floor, your palms are going to come down. You might as well go ahead and push back into a down dog and just sway it out. A couple more breaths here. Okay, good. We're going to inhale, go ahead and start to walk forward, look forward towards me. If you can, you're going to come up with a flat back and palms towards the front of the room for angel wings. When you get to the top of the mat, like peppermint patty, you can hold on to the swing and come down. If that's really hard, just come up any way you can. Yeah, go ahead. Really nice, guys. So that's a really good review of what we did with with a combination of number 2 and number 9 in our training. And then we're going to switch it up. We're going to come into some of the lounging poses. Okay, so we're going to come back with the swing underneath our arms, just this slightly.